Welcome to Plum Bush Farm, everybody. We're so glad to have you coming along with us to the barn today. That's where we're headed. We're going out to do our morning milking, and we're going to try to get some pictures of a few of these goats while we're at it. Specifically, we're looking for pictures of the udders on these milking does. Right here, we're trying to figure out just how we're going to go about getting those photos. The first doe I'm going to show you photos of is Ginger. Ginger is Jeanette's mom. Jeanette's going to be kidding later in this video. If you hang out long enough, you're going to get to see that today.
Ralph, you are such a brat. Oh my, he walked over to me.
Here we see Honey, and this is her udder as a first freshener. And here we're looking at Ginger again. Ginger is a daughter of Butterscotch, one of our favorite does. Butterscotch is the foundation of our herd, and she is our top doe.
You're very impatient, but you could have been a little more careful.
Like they say, there's no use crying over spilled milk.
Look, that was my fault.
Especially if you're a kitty. First fresheners are a challenge because they are not used to the milker or the milk stand, but she's doing better here. This is Minnie. She has good production, but we would really like to see her teat placement improve. So this is a 3-quart jar, and it is half full after 2 goats. Mabry doesn't especially love the milk machine, so we don't know whether we can get this to work or not. Mabry is one of our nicest does. She's got pretty good production, and she was our highest scoring first freshener in linear appraisal.
Well, this milk machine can for sure milk a goat out faster than I can do it by hand.
Yeah.
I've heard some people say, oh, they can do it just as fast by hand. But even cleaning it doesn't take enough time to think that it's slower to do it this way.
This is our morning milking after feeding the bottle babies. We're going to have about 3 quarts. Oh, that's more than 3 quarts.
That's almost.
Yeah, it's almost a gallon.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because that one jar is 3 quarts by itself. Evening time, and this goat, Brown Sugar or Ginette, we're not sure what her name is. She is going into labor. She's another first freshener. She's a little overdue, and we're hoping that means multiples. At this point, Ginette is closer to kidding than I realize, and what you're going to see her do is a move to kind of position those kids and get them in the birth canal. But I didn't catch that at the moment. While Ginette's working on kidding, we are going to have to try to put these kids away for the night so that we can milk their mamas in the morning. That's always a little bit of a rodeo because they don't always want to be caught. This guy, this black one here, he's bottle kid, so he's friendly. But that big one there behind him looks like a little deer. His name is Ralph. And Ralph is a big boy. That's Ralph right behind you. Maybe you should grab him.
Ralph.
He's just a big old baby. So here we were right in the middle of putting kids away, and all of a sudden, this girl walks up and starts pushing. We're thinking that we're going to have kids here pretty soon. Ginette, Brown Sugar, whatever her name is.
Yeah,
We don't know.
we haven't really, her name on her paper is Ginette.
She apparently likes us so well that she decided to follow us around. She wants to have her kids, and she wants us to be right here when it happens.
Woo! Well, that was sitting behind her. Her water broke.
Butterscotch has always kidded very easily, and so has Ginger. Ginette is a first-timer, and coming from this line, we are expecting her to have a fairly easy time of it at birth. But we are watching, and as you can see, it just takes a little bit of time. So we've got a foot sticking out here, and we're just keeping an eye on things. Rather, I'm keeping an eye on things with a camera while Jenny is standing by getting ready to assist. And in this case, Jenny is going to assist a little bit because we get to this point where the head's trying to come out. Because she's a first freshener, she just doesn't have a lot of extra room. So Jenny's just encouraging her at this point, but we're not going to sit and watch too long before we intervene as a general rule, because we have just found that it's not a good idea to let these kids sit in there in a kind of a stressful position. So at this point, Jenny gets a hold of that foot, and she's pulling right along with the goat. As the goat is pushing, she's given just a little bit of help, just a little bit of a pull, trying to help that head come through. And it takes a little bit of time, and that's just the way birthing is. It's not always really fast, and you don't just want to grab and start jerking hard. So she's taking her time, she's helping out, and pretty soon we're going to get that head to come on through, and we're going to have a nice big kid coming right on out.
That's black. It's probably a boy. That's such a big head. Should we place bets on whether it's a boy or a girl?
I don't know.
I vote it's a boy because whenever you want to, hey, let's all vote that it's a boy and it will be a girl.
Well, I think that was a really neat idea that Jimmy had, but unfortunately it didn't work because that first kid that came out was in fact a boy. Now check this out. This next one comes out, and spoiler alert, it's a girl. But she sticks her head out and she says, you know what, I think I'm just going to hang out here for a while. Now, part of the reason that happens is because she's presenting with her head first and her feet are both back. Both front legs are back. That makes it a little tougher for her to come out. This is the first time I've ever seen a little kid come out, stick its head out, and start talking to us before it's even fully born. But that's what happened. So Jenny's going to give her a little bit of help. She's going to get behind the ears and just give some gentle pressure. Again, working with the goat's contractions, working with Jeanette as she pushes. And this isn't a process that happens very quickly. In fact, it takes a little bit of time. But Jenny's just patiently helping out a little bit. It's important not to be too aggressive at this time, but to just be supportive and giving that little bit of extra pressure. Remember, this is a first freshener. And there we go. We have two healthy kids on the ground. Well, it's a few days later, and Jeanette is such a good mom. Her little kids are sleeping in here. There's a little boy back there. He's been disbudded. This black one, she's a little girl. Well, I hope you enjoyed coming along with us today. We enjoyed having you. Take care, and we'll catch you on the next one. Say bye-bye. We haven't taught him how to say bye-bye yet.